This is Vigilante, and I'm James Farley, the Vigilante. My no parking sign. Some of you have been making comments about it, oh, you stole your no parking sign, where'd you get that sign? Some of you have been saying, well, maybe he didn't, steal the sign, maybe he bought it. Well, I'll tell you the story about the sign. The story of the sign is that, in a way I did pay for it, but in a way I didn't. Let me explain. I have this sign because I grew up in Alaska. Sometimes in Alaska they got these things called snowstorms, blizzards, whiteout conditions, very icy roads. And I was coming home one day in such conditions as a young man, and I lost it. Car spun out of control, ran over the curb, stuck in a snowbank. So I'm stuck there, I hitchhike home, get my dad to come back to pull me out of the snow berm. Well, sure enough, I get to my car, it's gone. History. What happened? Okay, it's probably towed away. So, contacted the police, etc., etc. Yes, it was towed, had to pay for the towing, had to pay to get it out of the tow impound lot, etc., etc. Plus the fact that the cops, the guy who wrote up the kind of crash scene investigation, filled out a form, a whole report on this situation. So I got my car back, and then I got this letter from the police department saying that I should come in and talk to them about this accident. So, okay, I go in, tell them the whole situation, said, okay, that sounds all very good, but in the report it says that you ran over a street sign. I said, I didn't run over any street sign. They go, well, the report says you ran over a street sign. I go, how do they figure that? Well, when they moved my car, the street sign was underneath my car. So the cop said, he ran over the street sign and wrote me up on it. I said, I did not remember seeing any sign. I did not hear the clunk and the smack of hitting the sign. And I looked at my car and the bumper has not got a single scratch on it. So how did I take out a sign if I don't got a scratch on my bumper? Well, the officer didn't really care. He said, well, that's what the guy said. You're going to have to, deal with it in court. That's what the officer on the scene said. Okay. So, I'm driving back from the police department, and I go by the accident scene just to kind of check it out again, make sure my memory is kind of right on the whole situation, and sure enough, the sign's laying there. So I'm thinking, well, if I'm going to fucking get in trouble for knocking the sign over and have to pay for it, I'm going to keep the sign. So, I took the sign. I unscrewed it from the pole, took it, put it in the car, and I'm gone. Okay, so now I got the sign. So then, I get a letter from the city attorney. City attorney demanding that I pay for the sign. And the sign was going to cost me $450 to repair. I thought, what the fuck? I thought maybe, I don't know, $30, $60, I'd pay for that just to go away, I didn't hit the sign, but, just not to get in any trouble. But I ain't going to pay $450 for knocking a sign down that I didn't even do. So I say, no way, I'm not going to do it, I'm not going to pay it. So then he says, well, we're going to take you to court. Yeah, we're going to take you to court, and then you're not only going to pay $450 for the sign, you're going to have to pay for your lawyer, you're going to have to pay for us, our lawyers, you're going to have to be paying thousands of dollars. So you might as well just pay now, just settle now. So, well, fuck you. I didn't hit your fucking sign. Take me to court. I'll love to take you to court. I'll rip you a new asshole in court. I got pictures, I had witnesses, I even had people in the car. I could figure out, I think I could figure out how to defend myself, even though I'm not a trained lawyer, and win this case. So I said, bring it on, come on. Of course, they dropped the case. Didn't want to deal with it. Not really into trying to take me to court, just into trying to get me to settle, just get me to pay what they can with as minimum effort as possible. And this is a city lawyer, okay? This isn't some ambulance chasing lawyer. This is like, an official government employee lawyer basically putting a strong arm on me, trying to threaten me that I'm going to be having to pay all these attorney fees and all that if I just don't settle. That's where I think I got my general low opinion of lawyers right at a very young age. Can you believe that shit? So I never really actually paid for the sign. I never went to court. I never had to pay for the sign, even though they threatened that I was going to have to pay for the sign. And now I got the sign. So as you can see, it's a sign. It's an official, nice aluminum, kind of bent. I mean, somebody did obviously drive over it. It's got scratches on it and all this, I don't know if they would have even, bothered putting it back up again in this kind of shoddy shape. Here's where it's from. So So, you know, it's my sign now, and all I got to say to, you know, Anchorage municipality, you know, come on, bring it on. If you want your sign back, I'm ready for you, you know. Bring it. Bring it. I'd like to see you get it. So, from Vigilante, don't take shit from anybody.